So the last game against the Hunter didn't go quite as I hoped. I ended up losing, which was pretty much my own fault for taking so much damage in. I guess I got a little carried away. So I'm going to try another game with this Druid deck without making any changes to it because I really felt that the deck was working as it should. I just didn't really play the cards right. So I'm going to give the deck another shot without making any changes to it and hope that this will finish off the daily Druid Dominance quest. So let's be at it. So I'm jumping in for what should be the last game in the Druid Dominance daily quests. I have kids playing in all corners of the house, so this is probably not the best time for me to be playing because I may need to leave the game. But I'm going to give it my best shot so that I can get the videos uploaded today. So this is a decent start actually, but I'm going to get rid of these high cost minions and hope to get something I can play a little sooner. The Acidic Swarm Boost is a great minion against a mage to start with because they won't be having any weapons. And the mage won't be able to polymorph it until turn 4. So that's pretty good for me. Now I made the mistake last game of taking in too much damage by attacking things on my own, but I don't really see another good option with the Leopard now because it would just eat my Acidic Swarm Boost and also my Panther, so I would really much rather save a card and do it this way. Now the Acidic Swarm Boost is probably going to be shot and attacked, so that, yeah, exactly. Great played. So I could both get my 3-2 Panther down and give it Mark of the Wild. I could also play the Chilling Yeti, but it would get at least 3 damage, probably more. So even though this is probably why I lost against the Hunter, I'm going to attack on my own again. I was a little quick to end the turn there. I should have gotten my Panther down, but there's nothing I can do about that now. Often when I play, I end up making mistakes because the opponent's turn is sometimes just so extremely long, and I get a little impatient instead of just chilling down and analyzing everything. So of course I'm going to play the Facing Manipulator, not because there's nothing to copy. If you're an experienced player and you like games with just a little more speed, then you should definitely go for the ranked games, because once you start gaining rank, you will be playing against players that understand their decks extremely well and know what options they have very fast, so the entire game process is just so much faster, often anyway.
I hope you like my invention.
I like how the frozen effect actually is copied as well when you use the faceless manipulator. That's a nice touch. So I'm going to go a little crazy with 3 minions, because I'm guessing that the mage would have used the flame strike if, or saved a flame strike for the children deities if they had one. If not, they can use it now. Blizzard.
Squire, attend me. Ready, sir.
So that's 2 fireballs down. This mage probably has another blizzard and probably 2 pyroblasts and 2 flame strikes as well. So we're going to get the Geomancer down so that I can take this out with a single shot. So in preparation for getting what could be 2 pyroblasts, I should start to armor up some, because I don't have any healing in this deck. So I can't risk taking too much extra damage. But if the mage starts to shoot me now, I'll also know that the mage is trying to get my life total to a point where this can be a reality. Of course, there's also the Frostbolt that can deal 3 damage to me, or even more with the Azure Dragon Pole. So we're going to remove that right away. Back these up, so that nothing nasty can challenge us. I know that I could have played the cards in a way that would allow Flame Strike to leave them alive, but I'm guessing this is a Blizzard player that might not also have Flame Strikes in the deck, because that would be a crazy high amount of mass damage on the opponent's side. But then again, I have also not seen that many minions, so it could be just a typical spell mage thing. The 2 Frost Novas, 2 Blizzards, then also 2 Flame Strikes. It would be hard to play. Alright, so I would really like a silencing option now against this legendary creature, but
What to do?
so I'm going to leave these down in case of a flame strike, so that it will absorb the damage from the Bloodhoof, unless of course it's shot, but then it's mana spend on that. At least now that's out of the way.
Time runs out on me.
So I'm definitely going to want to use the Spellbreaker here. Not a big surprise that this is another entity, but it's still a better trade. I can use the Argent Commander to get rid of it. And I'm choosing the Spellbreaker because it had more life than the Bloodhoof.
Pass me that arc-light scanner.
So the mage is running more on cards, which is good for me.
To Northrend!
So that's pretty much game over.
Well played. For the wild.
So it was nice playing this deck against an opponent that was there the entire time and winning. Especially against such a classic mage deck that had all the cards you can normally expect to find with the mage. Of course, there's the Polymorph Flamestrike variation instead of the Frost option here. I didn't see any Ice Lances, which I would have expected in a deck like this. But nonetheless, I think this pretty simple, basic Druid deck worked out nice. The daily quest is completed, so I hope that this or these videos have been an inspiration, perhaps even a help, or just something you could laugh from. Just going through the deck again here, few claw for manually taking care of minions that have more health than one, single Mark of the Wild, 2 Power of the Wild, 2 Wrath, an Acidic Swarmbrews, a Fairy Dragon, 2 Kobold Geomancers, single Novice Engineer, and these are all great cards to have from the start. So is the Harvest Golem, so that you can get some minions down to trade with the opponent. 2 swipes to clean off, a single Children Yeti, a single Defender of Argus. Not that this deck is actually needing much more taunt, because Mark of the Wild will give taunt, and there's a Shield Master, 2 Druid of the Claw. But it's always nice to be able to boost 2 minions with 1 additional attack and health. Gnomish Inventor, which I actually like more than the Novice Engineer, but the deck was a little mana heavy, so I figured it was nice to have 1 of each to increase the chance of getting something you could play in the early game. Of course, Ascension Shieldmaster, a single Spellbreaker. I could have included an Iron Peak Owl as well instead of one of the other cards, because this deck might actually be missing a little out on the silencing part. The Nourish, drawing 3 cards, is always an amazing thing to be able to do. Druid of the Claw with a charge to clear off a quick minion or the taunt to keep yourself alive. The Faceless Manipulator, an amazing card if you're playing against an opponent that is popping down nasty legendaries or getting insanely boosted minions. Then you can just copy it. The Silverhand Knight, it's just an amazing card. Starfire, a little expensive, but it has the card drawing and it can get rid of a Yeti, so that's really a nice one. And the Argent Commander for also a quick cleanup with the charge and the ability to survive. So that's really this custom Druid deck that I feel did pretty well. As you can see by the missing stars on the side here, this is not a deck that has any legendary creatures or anything else nasty in it. Some of the more rare cards, such as Nourish, you can replace with a more common variant. There are, of course, non-basic cards in the deck, because it's really hard to make a deck that will just win you 5 games against opponents that could be throwing down legendaries with nothing but basic cards. It's something I've been wanting to try, to make a really cool basic card deck only, but well, that wasn't today anyway. So that's really it. So thanks for watching.